I'll put an actual title. I love this song. Actually, I will put a title when I get home. I am just firing up after work. I hope you guys are having a great day. Just playing a little bit with my thumbnails, and hopefully the volume is going well. And we'll just hopefully you heard me okay. I had the headphones on. So I'll figure out a little bit with my title because, yeah, it's great to be good to people, and I never let this world, no matter how crazy it gets, mess me up when it comes to, being nice to the right people, being sweet. But I also know how to say no. And especially when people want to act low, you need to say no. Okay. I see people who go out of their way and don't get the reciprocation. And this can go into a lot of different topics. But I just noticed a little bit today when I work with customers, and, every job I've ever had, I've kind of had that empathetic type of ability, right? How you can just sense people. And yeah, not everyone's perfect, of course. You can misread people every once in a while. But the way people come to you and ask you, especially if they need assistance with something, I truly believe it matters how you ask. And especially on these spaces, everyone, they want to talk about women, but men like to play the damsel in distress too. I don't know if it's a Gen Z thing. It probably started with like the millennials down, but they are really, really too like they are into like a little bit too much, like with the equality. It's almost like, whatever a girl can do, they can do too. It's a little different. It's a little bit too unisex for my taste. That's obviously not my generation, but I just see how people move, right? And not just that, there's older people who act the same way, right? Who have no problem, asking women for assistance, or needing someone to stop what they're doing and ask for help. So it's really funny when you get like one side, especially on YouTube. But there is men all the time asking for help, and it just depends. It's a case by case basis because, you know, there has been men who's helped me in the past, and there are some that continue to look out, and I appreciate that, right? So I know a lot of people like to label me as like some crazy feminist, like, okay, everyone who even tries that, I bet you whatever amount that my lifestyle was way more traditional than they ever were, that I was actually in long-term relationships, actually did raise children. So like, I don't want to hear none of that stuff, okay? And was the traditional one. But when you're dealing with untraditional people, right, and that can go with men too, right? A lot of people play lip service and want stuff in theory, but when it comes down to actually live it out, they don't have what it takes. They do not have the tools to even ask for such things, okay? So it's really funny when people do that because, all I have to do is just, remember the faces of people who talk in that mess, and, who to shy away from, right? But there was a gentleman who came in today. Can I even call him a gentleman? He comes in today, right? Somebody else assisted him, and he comes back in. So I thought maybe he left something, maybe he had another question, whatever, right? What's he say? He like looks right at me, all like autistic or dead, and he's like, "Jump," and I'm like, "Huh?" Like he literally just like he was so lazy with it. He just said the word "jump," and I'm like looking at him, and he had like no affectation to his face, no smiling, no nothing, just says the word jump. I'm like, whatever. So, and then he repeats himself, and then he goes, oh, I need a jump. Like his battery was dead. And then and he goes, well, I have jumper cables. And just the way he asked me, first of all, hey, I understand people go through whatever. Okay. You don't know if the people you ask if they even brought their car in that day. You don't know how busy they are, especially there was literally like just two of us, right? It's like a high-end place, and it's not like there's like a lot of people there. So like literally it was just like me and this girl today, well, young woman, whatever. And so, I mean, usually I will definitely be helpful, but like you're going to come in to my space, especially now, guys are just talking the worst about women. And it's just like, yeah, that's going to translate in certain spaces, let me tell you, because if I was the only one there, he would have been shit out of luck. Let me just say, he would have been shit out of luck, because he comes in and he goes, jump. Like, we're supposed to just like click our heels. Like, now, if I needed some assistance, regardless, if that happened to me, I'd be like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, ladies, or whatever. Or, hey, I'm sorry to ask, but my car is stuck outside. Is it possible if someone has a minute, they can give me a jump? It really goes a long way. Just saying things. That's just like a human decency thing. Like, the hell with all of this, like, gender politics bullshit and people just saying whatever just to get a few dollars in their AdSense. Like, gosh, like, has the bar gone so low to sell out? Like, you'll have even women talking shit about their own gender just to be relevant, while the guys, these like loser female podcasters, yeah, I'm going to continue to freaking rake them through the coals because they irk the shit out of me. If you cannot see how fake those girls are, and they're just saying whatever you want because their channel is monetized, if you think that they would advocate on your behalf for free, you are playing with not a full deck. You're missing a few chromosomes. That's all I got to say. And I say that in love, because I'm like, come on, we cannot be this slow, right? Some people. But anyway, so this guy comes in and he goes, jump, all this crazy stuff. And he doesn't even smile or say. And first of all, I wasn't even the one that was talking to him before. I had like 6 things on my desk that I had to attend to. I had other people I needed to follow up on. And, it is what it is. And not just that, my battery was weak yesterday, so I couldn't even afford it with my battery. It was like, this is the worst day to ask me. But you know what? If he came in with the right attitude, I may have went out of my way to help, right? And this is a good reason also to have one of those self jumpers. And like, men should just have that in their car too, because this shit can happen anytime, anywhere. And you might not have anyone that can stop what they're doing to help you. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. So again, this is a situation where the woman saves the day, because there are so many stories of us doing just that, but you're not going to hear that on YouTube or on today's news as you should. But there's a lot of times that we are the ones saving the day. Yesterday, I had a certain situation, car issues. I'm the one that had to figure out and troubleshoot. You know what I mean? The men didn't do it. Nope, it was my big brain. Thank you very much. Anyways, so he comes in with his raggedy attitude, just saying, jump, like men are so entitled. It's not even funny. So in my mind, I was looking at him and I was ready to say, AAA, like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Because he came in already with a shitty attitude. So my coworker stops what she's doing, guys, goes and helps him. Like, first uses her own SUV, right? Brings it out, tries to jump his stupid truck, whatever. Did not want to start. Okay, then we're like, oh, I don't know. It could be the alternator, at this point. Don't know. All right. So she could have just been like, hey, I don't know. Like, I got to get back to work. I tried, yada, yada. It is, it is what it is. And she would have been in her right, because she still went the extra mile. And you know what I mean? You should, as a big, strong boy, have AAA or something at this point, right? Since, men don't need women and all this hurrah online, right? So, okay, fine. So you think she stopped there? No, the poor girl, you know what she did? She got one of the work trucks. She went out of her way to pull it up next to his truck. Does all that, okay? Hey, she gets his car going. Gets his car going, guys. Gets him all ready, all set, right? On his merry way. You think he said 2 measly words, thank you? You think he even said that to her? All he said was cool beans. All right, this is a grown man, all right? Close, had to be almost 40. Like, this is what we're dealing with, okay? And yeah, I'll say what I want to say because people are people, okay? It's just, human behavior. And this can be anywhere. So she goes, she did all that. She comes back inside the store and she looked a little aggravated. And she's like, he didn't even say thank you. And he just peeled off like a madman and didn't even say thank. I'm like, you see that? You see that? That's why I looked at her. I was like, that's why you shouldn't have did nothing. I would have left him outside and been done. Because I knew he came in with the wrong spirit, just expecting whatever. And it's like, come on now. It doesn't matter who you are. It's not a man or woman thing. If you're going to walk around like a shithead, all right, well, then you got it. You shouldn't be asking people for nothing then, if that's how you're going to be. And I'm a firm believer of that because, when I had any need or I was going through, I couldn't walk around like with a bad attitude and expect people to roll out the red carpet. It just wouldn't go that way, right? It's common sense. I mean, I don't know. Is that just me? So she comes back in and she's like, oh, he didn't say thank you. He didn't say nothing. I'm like, you see that? And he just peeled off like a madman and was like, cool beans. And like just left burnt rubber, the smell of burnt rubber in her face. Can you imagine? I hope you guys could hear me. I guess my volume was all the way low. Guys. I hope you guys could hear me the first few minutes. I guess we'll find out, my friends. Because if you don't check the volume, it was down all the way. But let me know, guys, if you can hear me or not. I guess I'll do a little check when I get back. It's kind of just like an experiment anyway. I just went over this little story, how you can't just be a sucker for, for whoever, unless they have a good attitude and a good spirit. Because, I've been in situations that I gave people the benefit of the doubt, and I could see, how cheap their spirit was, and that translates into so many things. And I find it offensive because, there's a lot of guys out here that want to brain train the younger generation and make them bad partners and all of that. And then they go out into the world and then they don't know how to act around women, especially women that would, treated them nicely and gave them respect. But when they come in with such this bad vibe and already expecting the worst or expecting too much out of you or stalking the hell out of you, and then when you finally give them a chance and go out, they won't even spend $1. It's like, I could have brought myself out. And it's not like, oh, you went and bothered them. That's what I don't get. It's when the thirsty ones, they break their necks, they show up at your jobs, they act like a bunch of goofies. And then when it's time to prove themselves, and it's like, yeah, too bad for you when you had that window of opportunity, and then when it shut on your face, and when somebody who did have some class appreciated it, yeah, well, now you can go on and keep lying on the fake version of me. You tell everyone like I'm so high maintenance or whatever, or maybe you're just too low class. That's how you got to be, with people, right? You just got to tell them, no, you're just too low class. You want to shoot for the top, right? But that's not the energy you bring to the table. So if you don't think the person is worth showing them a good time, why you stalking them, why you jumping jacks all over the place for them, acting crazy, and then they give you 5 minutes attention and then you totally fumble it. It's unbelievable. It's like you only have like so much time to make an impression on people. Hey, how are you? Imran, how have you been? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That's good. I was talking for the first 10 minutes of this video, and I hope that you could hear me. I haven't heard from you in so long, my dear. I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty chilly out. It's 28 degrees. I just left work. It was great. I had a little bit of a break, and then we went back in, and tomorrow's a half day. And then I have Thursday off, but we're still getting paid for a full week. It's such a great job, such good people. I'm learning so much. I'm becoming more knowledgeable every day. And I just love following up with people, when they're making these big purchases and we're making their homes cozy and we're talking about stoves and fireplaces. That's always really nice. I'm sure you don't have to worry about a fireplace, Imran, right? It's so warm where you are, right? Because you're in India. I'm in Massachusetts, so I'm cold. Thank you. I'm always praying for you. I always pray over this channel. I always ask for protection. And you like my thumbnails? I'm using a little bit of technology. I literally just merged my picture and I'm like, listen, turn me into a superhero because that's what I feel like I am. And I always had this affinity with water. That's my, whatever zodiac sign, but water is there's so much deeper than that, of course. And 7 always comes up. They talk about the 7 seas. I got 7 hills where I am. Last 6 months, you had lots of decoration orders. Well, that's good. I guess your business is going. Yeah, a lot of people are ordering neon signs, so your business is going to do amazing. And with a lot of streamers, they like to put all those funky lights behind them because it's a good focal point. And shoot, if you have a link, you need to send me a link. I'll probably get a little cool neon sign and put it on my wall, so when I do my videos, right? And yeah, I think it's just going to increase even more. People who have businesses even. So I'm so great. So yes, more blessings upon you. May the Most High multiply your blessings that much more. And I know that you're always staying out of trouble and you're always doing the right thing. And so only good things can come to people like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And definitely you can do videos. You can advertise like, hey, you want to make your channel pop. You want to stand out and like market to people with channels too. And if you have a link, I don't know how they can order if they just come, if you are at a store, but if you have a website, that's all good. I don't know if you get commission. If that helps you, that's good. It's only worth it if you get commission, right? Of course. I always try my best, dear. Yes. I'm glad some people appreciate my efforts. I was going into the story earlier before I checked my volume because my volume was down. I'm in the car right now. I'm like, Soko, can you see me? Hi. How are you? I got my hair all tucked into my hat. I look like a little bear. How are you, my friend? Sometimes I like to shut it down if I'm on the go, but I got my hair all tucked in. You see how cold I am? I look like a little bear, right? And I got my Foster Grants. I got my glasses. And I don't even normally wear glasses. It's just because for readers, it's a reader, when you have the TV in front of you and all that. I'm about to go into the store, so I'll have the phone with me. I'll just like hide it and stuff, which is good, especially if you're on the go, especially if you're on the road, guys, and you just want something that's audible. Because sometimes I'm on the road too, and I used to think it was so weird to listen. The snow panda. Thank you, my dear. So cute. Yeah, I'm a snow panda today. I used to think it was so lame to listen to videos when you're driving, but I'm like, Yeah, sometimes music can be distracting. So actually, I do now. So sometimes I'll just do videos or I'll be talking and you'll just hear what I'm doing or whatever because that way you don't see the phone bouncing. And I need to get a new phone case because the one I had fell off and my car, it's like a low kind of sporty car. So the dashes are a little low. And it's really hard to find a good phone case. A lot of them sometimes they literally like stick to the glass and I'm always worried that it's gonna crack it. So I'll figure something out. So the city weather, no snow today, but it did snow a few days ago. We did have a little bit of a storm, which was fine. And then the weather got warmer yesterday, and then it rained, 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 rained. I prayed for rain. I prayed for rain. Rain came, washed it all away, gave me a free car wash, loved it. And that means that it's a little bit warmer because if it's raining, that means it's not cold enough to snow. So that's good. So I'm gonna go in the store. You're gonna come with me. I'm gonna like hide the camera and then maybe I'll put it on for a few minutes. Let me put some of my chapstick. Oh my gosh, because I've been talking all day at work. Talk, 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 talk. That's all she does is talk, 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 talk for a living. Then she gotta come on here and talk some more. Let me put some of my chapstick on. Yeah, so I'm so happy I have a half day tomorrow. So when I can, it's just hard sometimes to do it at home. Because I got the hubby there and I know he likes his personal space and I don't want to be all like, making a big ruckus. So I try to do it where by myself and I get distracted. If you got people like walking in and out, I'm one of those, I have to like really focus. Like I'm like a little birdie. All of a sudden I'll see something and then I'll be like, ooh, and then, I'll forget what I'm talking about. Sometimes that happens to me. What did I just do in my phone case? So it's dark out right now, of course. It's almost 5:30. The bakeries close early. This is a nice Portuguese bakery. Most of the food is imported from Europe because most of the food in this country is trash. So I have to go to special stores because I got a special diet because I'm special. Yeah, so they have like organic stuff or whatever. There's a lot of Creole people that come here. It's so cute. A lot of my daughter's ex-high school friends, they're here. They're so cute. They're always like, hey, like they are so funny. I should have been like, I don't know, a soccer coach. I don't know. They're so cute. They're always like happy to see me. And I'm like, well, that's nice because, at my age, usually no one really cares about saying what's up. They almost forget how old I am. Until I start like talking for real or, if I, bringing up my kids or whatever, they will forget. I swear people forget how old I am. They treat me like I'm freaking 25 years old or something. It's so funny. I literally just had my debit card. Hold on, guys. I got to find my debit card. Oh, yeah, it's on my lap. All right, so I'm going to go into the store real quick. You can come in with me. You can come in with me if you want and see what I buy. This is a great place to get gifts too because they have pottery, they have really nice Portuguese wine. Portuguese wine is like famous in history, especially the Madeira wine. You gotta look that up. People travel from all over to get that. Hello, my dear, how are you? Pretty good. I'll show you this. So I brought you guys here. No, I look so crazy today. Who cares? Different personas, right? Should I get some new tea? Look at all those nice tea. Yeah, let's have some tea together. There's so many. I don't know. I have some at home already, so I don't know if I need some today. And I actually ordered some really special tea. It's named after me, guys. You're gonna laugh. I swear, God knew what He was doing when He had my mother give me this name. I swear, it's just too funny. Oh, it's all their different ethnic coffees and stuff. I actually don't need anything. Oh yeah, I wanted to buy this. I love buying this. This water, so good. $6. It's more cost effective if I buy it like this, the same, and then buying them each because I actually like it, and I'm gonna bring one to work tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna shut this for now, just so I don't look like I'm recording in the store. You know, try to be respectful. Well, I gotta show you the spices, Imran, because I know you're a spice man. Yes, in India, look at all the spices. You know, there's a lot of Portuguese colonies, I think, in India too. But you see all these special spices. Let me make sure my volume is up. Yeah, I get my spices from here. So good. Love it. Let me go pay for this and get my latte. Hello, Amiga. Oh, you're doing that. Look at hands. Happy New Year, Peter. Hi, honey. How are you? Doing good. How's your day going? It's good. I'm finally gonna buy the 6-pack because it's more cost effective. I think I finally smarten up. Okay, let's see. Because I'm the only one that gets it this way.
You get an extra shot. I know.
That's it. Extra shot.
Just like allow.
I am so extra. I'm the only one. That's what they say. They say that you're the only one that orders it that way. I'm like, probably. The caffeine queen over here. Should be easy to remember. You guys close Thursday, right?
I'm listening. There's one working here.
Yeah.
That for 4 shots.
She gets 4 shots in hers. Okay, she got me beat. That's too much. Her hands are gonna be trembling.
10:25.
Well, maybe she just drinks 1 for the day.
Yeah.
But me, I'll drink 2 of those. So that's maybe. So we even out. We're the same. Caramba. Well, it's safer than other things. It's better than Red Bull and some of those energy drinks because they got like 10 times the amount. Your mom drinks those? Oh, you drink those? Because she cares about you. That's why she's worried about you. You don't like coffee? You don't like iced coffee?
I do. I like Starbucks. I like ties.
Yeah. Be careful. Yeah, because that stuff, because it has like 5 times the amount. Do you get heart palpitations after?
Yes.
I bet you do.
I literally.
How do I know? Because been there, done that, my friends.
It's happened, but I had really bad anxiety, and then I started getting heart palpitations from that.
And you think you're gonna die?
Yes, I literally felt like I could feel my heart. My heart rate was at like 1. It was really high. So I was on anxiety medication for it. Like,
Oh, hell no. If that happens again, look up cayenne pepper. That will stop a heart attack. It's a natural
it
holistic
wasn't.
thing.
I didn't have
Puts you-
symptoms of a heart attack though.
But the
Yes,
heart arrhythmia, it's like heart food. So if you feel that, it's like an antidote. Like throw it in some water. Because that happened to me once, and it calmed down after 20 minutes.
I literally
Just
felt
saying.
like I could feel my heart like beating
Oh,
out of my chest. It
poor
was the
thing.
worst thing ever.
And then they
My
put you
mom-
on medication for
my
that.
mom
Probably
hates-
made it worse.
My mom
No.
hates medication.
Yeah, good for her. She's holistic. See,
Very against that.
that's good. That's
Because
good.
she
She's
used,
smart.
she used to work at Betteridge. You know what that is?
No.
Well, it's like a home for like kids who like don't have a family.
Aw.
Like their parents just like leave them and stuff. So my mom did that for a while. But, like they would get addicted on their antidepressants and stuff like that. So she hates meds.
You see that so young. It's like they make us into
Yeah.
customers as an early age. That's why I'm so glad that cannabis is legalized because they just need a brownie or a gummy.
Yeah.
Poor kids. Yeah, no real hard stuff.
Yeah.
But that's good that you know that. And yeah, watch out with those Red Bulls or whatever. Fancy drinks. Not worth it. What are you saying? Do you know about Red Magic 11? No, I did not know this. Can you check the price at you? Yeah, I don't know about that phone. can you check the price? I guess you can just look online, Imran. Can you not? It will tell you how much it is. I don't really go to cellular stores. I literally have just an Android. My phone was literally like, well, it was a free upgrade. And it has like every feature. It looks like, I think it's like a Samsung. You know, the Samsung Galaxy. I don't know. Those are like sometimes better than the damn iPhones. I think iPhone is just a big scam. People don't want to listen. They think, oh, they pay $1,000 like they're cool for a phone. But Red Magic 11, I'll have to check that out. That's kind of a funky name. You want to see this crazy thing that they made by hand? You're going to laugh. Look what this guy made by hand. Listen. He makes it out of styrofoam. Literally paints it by hand. Puts all these little thingies on here. I guess the legend of Saint Michael is because an actual angel appeared to them. That's supposedly the story, so I guess they worship an angel. Hello. Is Michael another name for Jesus? I don't know. I know that's a popular name in Portugal. Thank you, lovely. Oh, I'm still waiting for mine. My bad. I'm like dying to get out of here, I guess. I'm sorry. Because I'm multitasking. Rude. I'm so rude. I'm so sorry. At least I'm sorry. I'm half asleep over here. I'm ready for the day off already. I was just taking a clip of that thing. I can't believe it. He's going to knock that whole thing down and do it again next year, right? It's not like he picks it up and puts it away and then, no, he does it by hand. They must pay him a lot to come down. Oh, maybe that's a cousin. Is that a cousin of his? Could be. Hey, Kenita. The guy who does that, is he a cousin? The guy that comes, no, he's not. I was like, he could be. No, he's not. Oh, so they have to pay him. He's not related, so they pay him to do that. They fly him out and everything. Must be nice. That's why being an artist has its perks too. Yeah, well, it shows like they worship an angel. That's what that's telling me. Because Saint Michael, so is Michael Jesus? I'm confused. So now you know why I'm confused. Because all their different stories. You guys love my grandma laugh. I'm starting to perfect it. I know they're still making my coffee. I'll finish this convo outside. Let's see what you're saying, Iman. It's just 1,800 pieces launched in the world. And that means it's like super expensive. That means it's super expensive. You want to see my work boots? These things are so tough. This is what I wear to work. Atlanta price, what? That much money for a phone. Oh my God. What is it going to do? Turn you into a hologram? That's ridiculous. I really can't say how that is a legitimate price for a telephone. I mean, you can get so many computers with that. There's only so much you can freaking do with the phone. And look what everything I'm doing now. And people are like, oh, I want FaceTime and all this. Like, hey, there's an app. Like, you can FaceTime or whatever it's called with other people with Androids, if that's so serious. Second of all, I like my privacy. I don't like to FaceTime every 5 minutes. That's like a newer generation thing where everybody's up each other's ass. I'm from, the newer Gen X class, I guess, and we like our privacy. And yeah, we may allow peeks into our lives here and there, but we really value privacy. That's like huge. So we don't care about all of that. I'll finish this convo in 2 seconds, guys, where it's not so noisy. My coffee is up. Thank you, lovely.
Yours.
Oh, this is yesterday. Oh, you got the candy cane, so pretty. You get them done doing yourself.
Oh, my mom does it.
Oh, wow. So talented. See that?
She's supposed to do this hand.
Wow. Oh, you guys are lucky too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, right? Better her than a stranger. Bye, ladies. Thank you. Good night. All right, kitties. We're going back to the car. Isn't this kind of fun? Well, at least it's more private for sharing your platform. Bye. Have a great night. But one hurts. Oh, Imran, you're so sweet. Thank you for sharing your platform. Of course. Mere platform is a sewer platform. It's for my spiritual family. Got the moon out. What else is new? It's like 3/4 full. Let me get into my car. Oh, it's going to be so great to be home and nice and cozy. Oh, I put my soft pants. I am a bear this time of the year because I'm not meant to be in the cold, but it is what it is. I'm not going to follow all my relatives down to Florida and be a follower. I have my own path to lead. You know what I'm saying? And I got my big ass bratty kids up here, even though they can act like shit weasels sometimes. I'm not leaving the state if they're in the same state. That's just me. For all I know, I could be a grandma by now and not know it. You know, these people don't tell you anything half the time. Everyone's like super secretive nowadays. It's like whatever. You can probably doubt it. Let me tell you, Gen Z is way more selfish than we were. Because we were doing things that were responsible and not always self-serving, you know, but today people will be like, oh, that doesn't fit my plan. I ain't doing it, point blank. So who knows? I mean, I always got these lingering thoughts in my head sometimes with that. But anyways, so yeah. So that's why I stay up here, if anyone must know. Because, like, yeah, it is expensive. It's not cheap to live up here. They say it's just as expensive, almost the same as California. And at least California has some warm weather, right? At least wrong way. Hello. Wrong way. Let me fix my hair. I was trying to fix my hair and my hat a little bit so it can look a little bit more. I'm going to play your latest update. Yeah, please do. I mean, I started off this video a little bit too. I'll give it a title of like, you know, that it's not just men who have to come and save the day. A lot of the times the women have to do it. And a lot of times it's about having like a good spirit. And if you're going to ask people for a favor or if you need some help, then you should be nice about it. Because at work, this guy comes in and he just had this attitude about him. And he just expected people to just help him. And instead of saying, hey, I could use some help, you know, and asking nicely, he just comes in and he's like, jump? And I'm like, you expect me to jump? Like, what do you think this is? Like, and he wanted to jump for his car, but he was like so rude and asinine about it that I was going to play it off and be like, yeah, I can't. Like, I would have said I didn't even have my car if that's the case. Like, yeah, your energy's crazy. Like, why should anyone move a muscle? And my coworker got up and did it and was out there in the freezing cold doing the most, used her car, then that didn't work, then had to use the company truck. I'm like, she's doing too much because, like, his car was taking a while to jump. We almost thought it was the alternator. And then what? When he was done, he literally like just sped out in her face and he was like, oh, cool beans. And he didn't say thank you. He didn't do nothing. And I was like, looked at it. I was like, that's why you should have said, no, jump. AAA. You needs to call AAA. Maybe you can use the phone, maybe. But that's all. Like, what? Because not even. Because he had like a bad attitude. And if you got a bad attitude, yeah, no one should be doing whatever, you know? I'm going to actually start driving, getting my ass home. So let me get my butt on the road, my friends. Whee! And yeah, thank you for joining me today, Imran. And it's all about, it's not hard to be a decent human being. It's not hard to just treat people with respect, but also you don't owe anybody any time or respect or attention if they're not going to reciprocate, especially a man not reciprocate. I know we're in the generation where all the boys want to be the girls. It's like, it's so sad. It's sad. It's been like that for the past freaking 26 years. And a lot of us were fighting against it. Like, no, you're not a girl. You're a whole boy. Okay. And again, everything like, oh, you know what I mean? Expecting them to be treated like how the girls are. And if they do a little something, even nowadays, they're saying taking a girl out for a date, they expect the girl to pay the next time. I'm like, what the hell is this? If you're keeping score way too much like that and you're eyeballing people like that, you might not be a good partner or partner material. Like, please just bow out. And I can see a lot of these kids like over and over talking like this. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna perpetually be single because you just don't get it. And you're just gonna attract either like bisexual women, right? Because they're into that 50-50. You're gonna attract more of the LGBTQ community type of people, because straight people, that's just not how people roll. And people can say whatever and think, oh, I'm really showing them. No, whatever they won't do, somebody else will. That's just what it is, okay? Especially if you retain your value, appreciate your value, you're gonna be fine. And there's been a lot of crazy people on here saying that, oh, single women or single mothers or mothers don't deserve the same rights. And you got people who look like trash, act like trash. I love the guys, especially with the tiny little mustaches that look like a little string, that are like wannabe porn stars. They look so ugly. And they put like extra grease on their face. Like, they look really greasy. And you can tell, like, these people don't have no damn sense, And for people who judge and say, oh, if this person, complains about their ex, that means that, they didn't pick right or whatever. That's fine. I don't think people need to be sharing any information if they think it's not flattering at this point. And if you feel like you got to tiptoe around your answers with someone and they're a ticking time bomb, it's best that you leave them where you found them, because they're going to be the explosive type. And it doesn't have to be rational, because a lot of men now are very emotional and they're not working off logic at all. But I did hear like a couple of podcasts and I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. So I guess the same could be said by, any men with children or whatever. And that's fine, because the same guys who were talking that mess, when, had that type of idea probably. Of course, they're not going to tell you to your face, right? But they could have been thinking that, and that's fine, because I could have been thinking that they weren't relationship material either. And, years later, when mine grew up and I got my freedom back, right? A lot of them started having theirs, and then they'd be like divorced and they tried to circle the block. And I'm like, get out of my face, you piece of trash. Now you're the trash. Now my value's all the way to the freaking stratosphere, right? Because at a certain point, just because someone was a single mother doesn't mean they're not going to end up being a married, successful woman or a happy woman, because those kids will grow. You will eventually be an empty nester again. And, a lot of people are only single for maybe like a short period of time. I know I was only single like my whole life, like maybe 2 years, if that. Maybe 2 years. Like, so to say like, oh, it's indefinitely, it's like putting a death sentence on a woman. And frankly, it's just trying to lower women's self-esteem, because a lot of these guys are not getting real success, or they wouldn't be talking the way they're talking online. And so they want to try to lower the woman's self-esteem, where they have to put up with less. But no, you should not. You should always commands the highest respect, and I think it's egregious, and I think that's why more women are going to have more abortions. That's why there's abortions up to 1 million, because the ones who try to do the right thing, they get shamed for it so terribly that it makes the new generation not want to do it. So I bet you it's all those abortions are from Gen Z. I'm really starting to think that a lot of those millions. So when they're thinking, oh, the girl's younger and she has no issues, yeah, right. They could have so many issues by the time they're 15. You just don't know who you know what I mean? You can't just blindly assume. And the women who perpetuate that are enabling abuse and are probably the type of women that would look away if their men did that, or if their men even harmed children just to protect their image, you know? So the women on here who, you know, who don't have any skin in the game, already going out of their way to protect strange, abusive men, what do you think that they're gonna do when they're actually involved? You really think that, you know, they're gonna be objective? I don't think so. And that should be they're the walking red flags, you know? So it's interesting. It's definitely a huge, you know, it's a huge topic that needs to be diced up into smaller sections. But yeah, I mean, people are just really funny. You know, they have no experience. A lot of people are self-professed experts, but they just, you know, they just want to entertain. They just want to make their little coins. They want to make themselves sound intelligent, but they're extremely foolish, extremely played out. And the real ones can see right through that. And the ones who say all that, I bet you there's a lot of women who came up and overcame and did really, really well. And, you know, got all that out of the way when they were younger. And you still got the whole rest of your life. I mean, seriously. And that's why I do get along with a lot of young people, because they can still sense I do have that level of innocence about me, and I do warn them to make good decisions and all of that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to act like, oh, people are so much smarter and wiser now than they used to be. And I'm just seeing more people are sweeping more things under the rug. That's why you don't see it. And people in my day, we were real with it. We had to own up to a lot of it, right? Because a lot of us were raised in the church and we had a lot of morals, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of how imperfect people are, you know, that does take a lot to do that when it's not fun, right? It's not something like, oh yeah, this is, you know, what I dreamed of. And, you know, that's how surprises are sometimes. You know, accidents, it's something, if you can go back, you would change it. But you know what? Sometimes God will give you a surprise because he knows that you're a great person and you got great genes and whatever, whatever. And that's why, you know, some of us, you know, we did leave our legacy. We did leave our mark on this world, while others are still crying about what they can't get, you know? Millions of blessings every single day for you and your, aw, and you too, Imran. Thank you. And thank you for being my moderator. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for just being a friend. And it goes to show you could be across the world, but never far from someone's spirit, you know? And, you know, I do appreciate technology bringing people together to share each other's testimonies, insight. And it is cool. It is cool to take a peek of, you know, what other people are up to. And it's almost more interesting than television itself at times. I know that's got to be a weird feeling, right? Who knew? But, you know, we can all learn from each other the best way we can. And yeah, you know, it's not just men who are like, you know, doing anything. If anything, a lot of men now, especially in America, Imran, they're becoming like women. They're cold. They want the women to do all the work for them. Like, you should hear how they talk online. It's crazy. And a lot of it is like, you know, maybe 35 and under. And I'm like, okay, well, a lot of these guys are more useless than the generations before, but they expect more. That's interesting. And they're so quick to compare themselves to girls. Like back in the day, guys weren't that overly concerned what the women were doing every 2 minutes. Now we're being used of like every discussion as if we're some type of exotic leopard, right? That's never been seen before. I mean, I don't know where some of these guys live. I mean, they probably live in a cave somewhere. I really don't get it. But yeah, guys, yeah, you especially women, you do not have to give away your free labor, your time, your charity, your nothing, especially to men who are already showing that they're cold and they wouldn't reciprocate even a thank you. And I think over time you start to pick up on that more and more with people. You can feel it. And I was right because I could feel like this guy was, not going to give a damn about anything. Like he's still going to have the same attitude if you help him or not, probably. And this girl goes out of her way and he's still like a freaking jerk to her. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, yeah, you got lucky, bro. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, you're lucky. Because if it was me, it'd be a hell no. It'd be like, yeah, call AAA all day. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. This is not a garage. So, sorry, not sorry. Okay. Because you came in here rude, and he would have been sitting there stuck. That would have been funny as hell. She probably just wanted him to get out of there. But I would have made an example if I had to. I'm like, a lot of them have the most to say about women. Oh, here he comes now, looking for assistance. What is this? And then when a woman does step up, oh, and I'm sure it's the same guy who probably goes out into the world. These modern women, right? A lot of those guys are just full of it. Because in real life, they're probably expecting women to do the most. Just know that much. I'm sure you don't have to deal with that, Imran. I can tell already by your personality and your essence that you don't got that kind of problem. And and yeah, but yeah, I don't know if they're, I mean, I do know they put stuff in the water. Imran, they put soy in everything. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm proud of you too. They put soy in everything. It's making all the guys, their balls are getting so small. They're turning them into hamster balls and they're acting very feminine and they pick on the girls more and they act very catty. It's very sad over here. That's why people like me have to go to special stores to make sure there's no additives in my food. And I don't like going out to eat too much. And yeah, people may think like I'm picky or whatever, but it's like, yeah, it's because I know better and I don't need to just eat wherever. And I'm going to slow down too. The last time I ate Jersey Mike's, I thought I was going to throw up. I'm like, this is way too much meat. I had like a craving super bad. It's like a steak and cheese. And I have the stomach of an 8-year-old. I literally just get steak and cheese. I don't want nothing else in it. But like the second time I ate it, when I got it this time, I was like, oh, this is just too much, And I do better with a freaking parfait. I mean, literally, I'm meant to be like more vegetarian. I can't do too much meat. I like literally want to throw up. And it could be the quality. Maybe I'm just so used to eating a certain way. And that's what you got to do. I'd rather do a few shakes and, eat some carbs, like nothing crazy and maybe a little bit of protein. But like, I don't need to go too crazy unless you're like burning like a lot of calories. You don't need to even be eating that much. But they put so much chemicals in the food that it makes people act like super silly. Even online too. They're so dumb. And they try to attack in America instead of worrying about the pedophiles and animal abusers or whatever. No, they want to attack women with children. This is how trashy some of these loser podcasts are. I'm like, man, I wouldn't even call them out by name because they're not even worth a mention. But I'm like, literally, that's how low you gotta go. Like, bro, there's plenty of freaking pretty mothers out there that look at you and want to throw up some of these podcasters. Like, don't worry, you're not looking for them. Guess what? They weren't looking for you either. And I know many who have scored amazing high value guys way better than the ones talking, oh yeah, personal testimonies. But I try to keep my relatives, stories private. But All throughout I saw that's what it was. Like, stop playing yourself. Unbelievable. So stupid. It's nothing but lies. That's all they say is lies. Because you can't keep a quality woman down. Okay? You cannot keep a good woman down. That's just what it is. And she's always going to be valuable, and there's always going to be someone who's going to appreciate her. And especially when she exudes that she respects herself also. And a lot of the meatheads will not bother you as much. And Imran, I hope the girls are treating you good out there. I hope they're being respectful. I hope you're not overly judgmental on them, but also, I'm sure that you only want someone that's going to respect you too. It's all about equal respect, caring about each other. But a man is still a man at the end of the day. A woman is still a woman. If I was a man, I wouldn't expect the woman to pay for whatever. Like, I don't understand that stuff. Like, yeah, if I'm with somebody long enough and I seen that he was consistent, yeah, maybe I'll buy you a couple of things. But I better see that you were consistent for a while, and then you can even handle having a woman under your wing. And if you don't got it for yourself and you don't think the woman's worth it, all right, fine. You shouldn't be doing that to every woman. But if you take them out on a first date, you damn straight. If you can't afford it, don't date. Do what you got to do, right? Oh, they want their cake and eat it too. No, 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 no. You got to pay for that cake. No, that cake had ingredients that there was preparation for that. No, it didn't just appear and materialize, okay? And if you stop allowing yourself to be used as a tool by just whoever, just because they're eye candy or whatever, that's whatever. You should do it for people you actually like, or if you do it for people because you think, oh, you're going to get like a quick payback. Oh, I don't know why people even do half or whatever. But if someone's on my watch, and if it's somebody weaker than me or whatever, yeah, like if it's a kid, of course I'm going to take care of them. Not to compare women to children, but you know what I mean. If it's someone that you're asking to hang out with, and not everyone wants to go kick rocks in the park. And that was even nice once. One time someone wanted to go for a walk in the park, and I actually tested them because I had heels on back in the day. So I was like, oh, I need to go to the mall. And I had my own money with me, but I want to see how much they cared, because they were the ones acting all like, sick, obsessed, and like following me everywhere. So I'm like, oh, you care about me so much? Let's see how much. Like, I'm sure, because me, it only takes something small to see, because it's not like a grand gesture, because I know girls who are asking for all these grand gestures. But if you can't even do a small gesture, and you basically like dragged me out of the house to hang out with you, and you're still acting tight-fisted, you need to go. You need to get the hell out of my face. And so they wanted to go for a walk, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're probably going to be cheap, probably. Or they were trying to get me to go to their house. I'm like, oh, another red flag. Like, first date, bro, not going to your house. Like, sorry. Like, I don't know what you thought this was. So we went to the mall, and then we go to the mall. They're all like hugging up on me and like showing me off in the mirror and looking at both of us like we're such a power couple. Like, oh, they thought they were so attractive. They thought they were like freaking Kobe Bryant. Like, oh, look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm like, okay, you want me to walk? Then you need to get me, I need some sneakers or whatever. And it was like slip on, like cheap ass sneakers. And it was like $50, not even. And I was like I had my own money. I was like, oh, I kind of looked at him like playful. I was like, oh, you want to grab it? And he's like, oh, no, I can't, or something really like stupid. But they were trying to show off like their credit cards or something. I could have swore I seen them like with their cards out. And I'm like, oh, this person's trying to like flex in my face. Like, what kind of game is this? So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I ended up buying the shoes and just having them take me home. And I was like, I'm out of here. I'm like, I am out of here. I was like, listen, you can go play with yourself at home. Like, I don't even know what this was. Why you even wasted my time? Why you followed me as long as you did? Why you begged me to come out? And this is how you do it. Like, it was so embarrassing. I was like, no problem. I paid for my item. And they were like, oh, let's go. They were trying to like make out with me in the car. And I was like, yeah, okay, bro. Like, grow up. I'm getting out of here. And I was like, yeah, it's time to go home. And they gave me the silent treatment all the way home. And I was like, whatever. That's fine. Do not care. Because a man that actually was worth the damn would not act like that. And it's just so sad how people are. So So I'm going to come up with a title for this video, Imran. I'm going to let you go. It's an hour, and I know you have plenty to do. Respect back at you. I appreciate you. Feel free to rewatch any of my videos if you would like to. I will come back on. Maybe I'll come back on tomorrow. I'll see what I can. I've been pouring into this channel, and I think it's been doing great. I do love playing with the thumbnails. I don't know why it cuts it off sometimes because it was like a full-length thumbnail, but it is what it is. It's totally fine. And, you know, appreciate yourself. I know we've been raised, you know, do nice for others, but also put a limit on that too, because sometimes people can abuse it, you know. I don't know why I feel you as my family member. I can't leave you alone. Well, we can be spiritual cousins, sweetheart. That's okay. Maybe we are. I probably have a lot of Indian relatives. I'm not kidding, because my family last name, which is Ferrera, right? My ancestral name. It's also found in India with a Y. Ferrerya. So that name is also in India. And there's some people in my family, they've been to parties and they were dressed like all with the Indian clothes and stuff. It was very beautiful. And they are very strict, like Portuguese too. And they're really into vetting family, and yeah, status is a big deal. And you know, obviously they're the humble ones too, but they have a lot of discipline, and we do like eating spicy food as well too. So there's a lot of similarities, like if you've seen pictures of my aunt and my cousin, I think I shared them, but I try to protect their privacy. They're beautiful women. They're like professional real estate agents in Florida. My aunt's been a broker for like over almost 30 years. So like, you know, that's their profession. And I put up pictures of them, and they look like so Indian or Moroccan or something. Something happened with my mom's side of the family. I know my grandpa was super brown. He was very Indian looking. He passed away when I was a little girl. Not even, I think it was before I was even born, my mom said. Like, he died really young, unfortunately. So my mom lost him young. So I don't think he got to meet me, but I did see a picture of him with my grandma, their wedding photo. And I was like, wow, he's so dark, you know? And then you see my aunt and my cousin, and that's my first cousin. And so in parts of my family, you have more of the fairest skin, and I'm more in the middle. Like, I can be really, really light, but then if I'm in the sun for a long time, I get like super, super tan. So there is something in the bloodline, that's for sure. Muito obrigado. Oh my gosh, you're learning Portuguese. Emma, you're the best. You're so cute. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I'm going to learn some Indian too, okay? I'm going to learn some Indian so I can say my greetings to you as well. But thank you so much. I'm going to let you enjoy your night. I'm going to go decompress for a little while. Thank you so much for visiting. Muito obrigado, amigo. I appreciate it. Tu és prince. You call me a princess. Thank you. I'm conversational. I'm not all the way fluent. I'm going to have to look up that word that you said there. What is this? The grandemente. I know that's big. Minha, my princess Irma. Oh, my princess sister. My sister princess. Something like that, right? So cute. Back at you, bro. Always the best, and you're always welcome. I kicked out all the scoundrels, so you're welcome. They won't be vandalizing my chat anytime soon, that's for sure. And I'm enjoying the pale moonlight per usual. Well, enjoy your night. Make sure nobody pushes you around. Make sure you only help people who appreciate your help and would respect you. And at least be polite when they're asking you, for crying out loud. I mean, the way these people are nowadays is so rude. Just coming in and expecting, oh, I gotta like grease my door. It's the cold that always does it. Well, thank you guys. Have a great night. Thanks again. And I'll talk to you soon.